right, welcome back. So a little bit more progress has been made out here. So I've hauled in about maybe 4 inches or so of rock across here, probably 2-inch lifts using the plate compactor and compacting 2 passes over each lift. So it's compacting pretty well, nice and hard. Have another about 1.5 inches, another 2 inches or so to come up for final grade, final elevation before I do the sand and pavers. And so got my low voltage wires being brought in up through the rock for the fire pit lighting, my footings and piers for the steel pergola we're going to put in. And now over here I've gotten up high enough to where we now need to pour the cement slabs for the outdoor kitchen. So this is the island, and then over there will be where the pizza wood burning oven and the grill and other things will go. And so I need to get these 2 cement slabs poured first before we can continue on with the last lift of the rock. So I want to show you real quick how I formed this up. From an approach standpoint, it's probably way over engineered, but I get to do it once, and so I figured I would, spend a little extra dollars and try to do it to the best of my ability. So I'm using 2x6 for the form, so it's going to be about a 5.5 to 6 inch slab for this, which is way more than you need. A 2x4 form would have been definitely good enough from a strength standpoint, except for my soil is clay, and it will move, it'll shrink and expand. And I want the slab to try to resist that as much as possible. And so I went with a 6-inch slab and with 1/2-inch rebar on about 12-inch, 14-inch centers across the slab. So it's way over reinforced for a kitchen island. You don't need to do that if you don't worry about the movement or you don't worry about cracking or anything. You don't have to do it. I did it because I wanted to try to allow the slab to resist the movement as much as possible. So that's how I'm approaching it. So 2x6 forms. I use these rebar stakes that are meant for concrete forms. And so they're really easy, nice sharp point on the end of them. Here's one over here laying. Nice sharp point, so they go through this compacted rock really nice. And you can see they have pre-drilled holes where you can screw in number 6 screws right through that, or if you want to use nails, you can. But the number 6 drywall screws, all-purpose screws, went through those just fine, and it holds the form up nice and firm. So I did bracing about every 2.5 or so feet. The form's not big enough to where it's going to have a lot of outward pressure, so that should be good enough for this. So that is that. So I'm going to start pouring some concrete.
Okay, and so for this pour I used 60-pound bags of Quikrete. I think it's 27 bags. I was using the Cobalt concrete mixer off of to the right side of the camera there. I was using 3 bags at a time, and it did fine. You can see from the mix I was trying to keep it as dry as I could, knowing that the finish wasn't as important on the slab. And that seemed to work fine. After I got some bags poured, I grabbed my mallet here coming up, and I tap the sides, and I like to tap the edges as I'm pouring, just because the concrete will settle on you as you're vibrating and tapping it. I did try to use my oscillating tool, and that did not work as well, so I stuck with the mallet. And so as you can see here, just try to go through and finish it off a little bit. The last bags to the left of your screen here were definitely a little bit wetter than the rest, but end of the day, it all went fine. At the end of the day, the slab is not going to be visible, so I wasn't too concerned. Alright, so that wraps up the video. So everyone, thanks for watching, and we'll see you back next time.